The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
I went to, the other night, went to James Street. There's a new joint there, Penelope. Pretty cool. Brisbane's getting cool.
It is cool.
It was one of those, I've been to one in America. I've never been to one here where you start out having dinner. And by the time 10:30, it's sort of, you're pretty much in a nightclub.
Oh, so they bring up the ambience so that you don't have to move on to another venue.
Yes, exactly. But, so I was at, there's one in West Hollywood called Delilah. I went to when the NRL was
They
there.
all sound like stripper names, to be fair.
Penelope, Delilah. Yeah, it is a bit though, isn't it? It's sort of that racy end. But it's not, it's just a normal joint.
Don't go to Tiffany Lynn.
No, what's that?
I don't know,
good.
but it sounds like
That'd
the
be
dodgy
great,
one.
Sounds like in the South America, not South America, the south of the
where
US.
you just eat fried chicken and then go and shoot some shit and do donuts.
One of those states of America, I meant. Yeah.
Do they take the tables away and stuff?
Those maybe a little bit. I was sort of I wasn't there late enough to check it out. But it was one of those sort of places. Anyway, it was cool. Anyway, I was sitting with a group of people, and Bowie was there, and I was talking to this chick who was sitting next to me, and she was like a bit of a gym kind of girl, and she was telling about how she was at the gym the other day, and they were trying to hook her up with some dude, and this dude was kind of she's really attractive looking bloke, and fitness guy, good rig, the whole thing sounded really good, but she said she was. After she'd met him, she was watching him do squats. When you put the bar behind your back, and someone gets behind you, and it's that whole sort of situation. I don't even do them. I don't think my body would be capable of squats. Do you do squats?
No.
You do squats, do you? It seems ridiculous to me.
I need
it seems
to pick up crap off the floor.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I know. Even that's a hard work for me these days.
That's why you buy a dog.
Yeah,
Eat that.
A dog will do it. Anyway, so
I do them with a medicine ball.
well, I do it worse than that.
What?
I get it on that assisted machine with no weights, to bend my knees.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I don't think I've done a squat, like proper squats. I don't think
that
since I
can't
was
be
about
good for us.
22,
I don't care who says.
I just look at that
Mucky
and
tries
I
to
go,
do me occasionally, and I go, mate, don't.
I go, that's a
You don't know
back
my-
injury.
Yeah, you don't know my
God,
body.
imagine the dad noises coming out of you at this time,
Yeah.
like this age.
That's lucky if that's all the noises you get, I can assure you. Anyway, so she's watching this dude who was thinking, this guy's potentially, they've had a bit of a chat. It's going pretty cool.
He's doing his squats.
He's doing squats, and she said, he just started doing it in a way where he was kind of going forward, like weirdly, like with his knees sort of coming in a little bit and going forward. And it was.
So you look like an awkward turtle.
Yeah, a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. He was just doing squats.
But it looked like just then you were kind of pointing your butt out.
Yeah, and
It looked like a duck waddle.
it was
going.
Yeah.
too forward going on. And she just said it gave her the complete X.
That was it.
Like, that was like completely it. Like, she just looked at it and went, I can't take this, man.
Oh, that was game over.
Game
That was game over.
He was doing weird forward squats. And she said, game over, this bloke. I just could not possibly, from this point forth, I wouldn't respect him on any level. So there's no chance we can date. And it just made me think of like weird icks where you just meet someone and it can all be great, 99% great, but then they do something and you go, no, I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Mine for guys is if they take bathroom selfies. I just can't. I can't. That's my role.
So if they're at your house.
Hang on, not when they're in the bathroom, you mean, or just one?
Yeah, like if a guy posts a selfie in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I just I can't.
Like you walked
I
in
can't.
and like, hey, how you doing? And he's got the phone up, in some pose in front of the mirror, or just
of
through
himself.
the mirror.
Of himself.
Yeah, through the mirror
Through
back.
the mirror back.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I've done one, but I've not done it in
Yeah, but I reckon yours
front
would
of
have been
anyone
funny.
else. Yeah, I try and make it a little bit funny.
I'm just like, no.
But yeah, okay.
So that'd be it.
That's it.
The ick.
Jeremy has never, ever
Done that.
posted a selfie ever.
Oh, I actually respect him more for that.
I respect him because of that.
Just purely because of
How's his squatting form?
Yeah, 13, 24, 10, by the way. If you do have an ick like
I get
that,
what you mean. Where there's just something that happens. You go,
happens.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Could be how they eat popcorn. Eating popcorn can be a weird thing. The way they lick their fingers like a Neanderthal afterwards. I've seen that and just like, nah.
Yeah.
I was in high school and a boyfriend
That's
did
a
that.
bit gross.
And we're over.
Like if you had, or even like burger rings or something like where they just go,
Yeah.
like do a complete deep suck
And
on every single finger.
And then they've got this
extreme
orange
pressure.
tinge around their mouth. And nah.
That's an ick.
They lick their plate at the end of the meal at the restaurant.
Oh, who would? Who would?
Someone would.
Even scraping the bowl of pasta, that bothers me. I
Yeah.
nearly punched Jeremy in the face the other night. I was just staring at him, scraping the bowl, and I'm just staring at him. He looks up, and he smiles because he knew exactly what he was doing.
What?
I just went,
What?
am I being loud?
I used to. It wasn't a deal breaker, but it was really close.
I feel like you've told me one. I can't remember.
Oh no! Well, I used to go out with someone, and she would sing, and she had a good voice.
Yeah.
But a song would come on the radio, and I'd go, "Oh, she's going to sing the whole bloody thing, like the whole. She'll sing every bit of it." And it was like, and then you felt compelled to sort of.
It's very good.
That's the deal.
Oh, yeah, if a guy whips out a guitar at a party, I'm done.
Yeah.
Calls coming
Yeah,
through.
there you go. Guitar and parts a good one.
Yeah,
Come
that's-
on,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
get off it. So give us your X, the one
Your
X.
deal break.
Deal
13, 24, 10.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Talking X Lutzi, and it turns out there are a lot of them out there.
I think everyone's got one or two of them.
Let's go to Crystal out of Chimera. What's your deal breaker, Chimera? Sorry, Crystal.
Morning, morning, guys.
Guys are calling by summer.
Oh, yeah, it's early in the morning.
Actually, Crystal Chimera, that's a good name. Sounds like an actor.
Sounds like a place
I get
lots
a
of
lot
go to
of-
dinner. Yeah.
It does.
There's a lot of different names I get through my life, but my number one ick would be an adult male with a Velcro wallet.
That's a fair call. Could you imagine? I'll get this baby. Whoa! And then you have
And
to
he-
drop them home to their mother afterwards.
and he keeps it down the front, like tucked in his shorts.
Yes.
Oh, they never lose it because it's chained to their belt.
Yeah,
you know?
there's always a surf label on it.
Yes.
That's a cracker.
Al, yeah, mate. Out of Oxley, what do you got?
Look, when you go out and then they buy meat pie, cut the top off, then use a knife and fork to eat it. Like, come on, we're in Australia.
Okay, well,
So hang on, wait. I'm
Yeah.
trying to break this down. Is it the peeling the top off that
Yeah,
bothers
yeah.
you the most?
Well, it's just like you got to eat it like it's a sandwich. You don't just eat it like it's a meal, a 3-course meal.
Nah, Al, I reckon you've just got a really big mouth because I cannot fit a pie in my gob without getting like molten lava mince down my chin. So I am a
You know
knife
what-
and fork. I don't.
I'd use a knife and fork
We
on
don't have a
occasion.
future, Al.
Well, if you
Me-
went to a bakery and you got meat pies, you'd get a knife and fork. You wouldn't even
if
get
I
a
took
knife
it,
and
if I
fork.
took it home,
If I took it home, I'd knife and fork it.
yeah,
But if I'm out in a park, yeah, I'd
you'd probably have to deal with it. Or at the
yeah,
footy.
I'd
raw
shove
dog
it in.
it. You'd
but
raw dog it.
I'd raw dog it, but I'd have to lean over some grass or
Yeah,
something.
it'd be a mess. I'd be leaning over, legs spread,
Yeah, that look.
That whole look.
And that's probably a greater ick, Al, to be fair. If you saw me trying to shove, gob a pie in the park with the legs spread over
that
the
could be
lawn.
all over then too.
It's
Yeah.
that's a weird OnlyFans account. Let's just say that.
I love how that's a big test in a relationship for him though. Like when he takes a girl to the bakery or whatever to have a pie,
Yeah.
it's like she's like
the fact that the
Nah,
dates
everything's
over.
on the line
Bakery.
right now, and she doesn't even know it.
She could be the cheerleader at the match that he's taking her to, and he's still, she can't eat a pie.
Terry out of Holland Park. What's
Hey
your,
guys, how you going?
What's your ick?
Well, right, Terry, get on with it.
My ick is when a partner or a potential partner calls me daddy.
Ew! Do people do that? No.
Some people actually try.
Lutzi's face just lit up like this is his thing.
No, it has happened once, but no. But you reminded me of mine. I used to have a chick that I was dating, used to call me dude. I was like, I'm not your dude,
Dude.
And it flicked the switch. As soon as she did, I was like, no, this ain't gonna work.
I think she was doing that to friend zone you, surely.
Well, you should have stopped doing the other stuff she was doing.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Lutzi's Dream Reader.
Any dream will do. Good morning, everyone. How are we? How are we this morning? We got on the line there, Mitch.
Oh, we have Amy out of Caboolture.
Hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
All the better for your asking, Amy. Caboolture, hey? Don't think I've ever read a dream from Caboolture before.
Well, it's a strange one.
Is it?
It is a little bit, yeah.
Okay, well, hit me with it. We'll see if we can help you out and work out some sort of meaning for you.
Okay, so I haven't had a persistent dream for most of my life, like as long as I can remember.
You have had
and I only,
yeah, right,
yes,
yeah.
have had it before. Like it's a recurring dream that I have.
Yeah.
it's only a handful of times a year. It's not like it's like every week or anything like that. Just a handful of times a year, and it's like. So you remember the very first like ping pong video game, the one where it's like just two paddles
Pong.
on each side and the ball. Yeah, pong. Yeah, that's the one.
Like
Yeah,
old school Atari.
Yeah, I mean,
old school pong. Imagine
Ashley
that.
used to tell me about it when I was a wee child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in the game and you're the ball.
Yeah.
And what it is like I am the ball. I know I'm the ball, and I'm going back and forth hitting these paddles on either side, watching myself go back and forth and hit them. And it's an uneasy dream. Like when I wake up from it, it's uneasy. I remember the dream and I wake up uneasy from it.
How long have you been having it for? Most of your life, you said.
Like, yeah, I'm 32 and I can remember having it back when like in my teens, early teens.
It's an interesting one because obviously Pong wasn't even around then. It's well before your time. So that's do you have how do you know about Pong? Did you ever have an experience with the actual computer game?
I have like older siblings.
Right.
And you know, my dad, and like I knew about Pong. Like it was.
So through
like
family, you know about Pong.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think therein lies the important part of it because initially what you would say is that's a relationship thing where potentially you are rebounding off two different sorts of relationships or two different men or women or whatever the case may be in your life. I mean, dare I judge?
But thousand blossoms bloom.
But the fact that it's been happening for the majority of your life would suggest this is family orientated. Again, the last thing I want to stress here, the fact that it only happens once every or a few times a year, not sort of every week, as it's not sort of a dramatic, life-changing sort of thing we need to look at here. But what I would suggest that it is family orientated. I would suggest that you think perhaps within your family dynamic you're bouncing around that a little bit too much, or perhaps giving in one department and then having to bounce back and do it here as well, or something along those lines. Do you feel within your family that there's a disconnect, or maybe that you're having to be the queen of two different areas? You know what I mean?
My parents are split. My family is very split. Like 1 week we'll be talking to each other, 1 week we're not talking to each other. It's always been like that. So,
and then you feel like there's a bit of pressure. I'm saying that, given that it's only a couple of times a year, that maybe around Christmas and areas like that, you're getting pulled in 4 different areas here.
Yeah, that definitely actually does make sense.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean,
now that I think about it,
it does.
It actually does. Like, I have a very like weird family dynamic where
it's not that weird, by the way. I think you find that most people have it, but
50%.
Some people just communicate it more than others. So the first thing is it's not that weird, but it's a tough one to answer. I think we all battle with that in some way. I mean, you know, my brother, you know, particularly with his weight issues, we have to go to his place mostly. For Christmas and things like that, and that's on the other side. It's on the other side of the river.
Lutzie's brothers had anal abscess issues.
And the anal abscess issues, which we don't bring that up much anymore.
What?
I'm just letting her know.
Yeah, but the point is, we're getting you're bouncing around the family, and sometimes it seems a little unfair. I mean, it's tough. I think it's just that conversation I have with my family a lot. Just have that conversation around the balance and understanding that Amy at Caboolture is also an important part in this dynamic.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that you dragged that out of that, because that's a very simple thing.
You hit the nail on the head.
And it's not, I mean, I can't solve dreams all the time, but I can tell you what's happening in them, and then it's kind of up to you to try and, you know, think, okay, that's why I'm having them. And what you'll find is your awareness of that in the real space might sort of, you'll find you'll probably start having the dreams less now.
That would be good. They are very uneasy dreams, so it'd be good not to have them.
Yeah, well, you've got to address it. I don't know how you do it, but I think you've got to address it. Maybe pick those people in your family that you feel most comfortable speaking to, and maybe understand that they're on the same page, and then strength in numbers might help you a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not the Messiah. So
Unite with the sibling.
Yeah.
What was that, sorry?
Maybe, do you have a sibling?
I have 4, so there's 5 of us total.
Maybe you can all unite together.
Well, at any given week, I might only be talking to one.
Yeah.
Like, there's always something. There's always something going on.
And I will say, 32, I find it with age, things tend to, you know, you start realising, you know, family, what are we doing here, folks? Let's just get together and have a bloody big hug. Yep. Except Uncle
I feel
Gary
like I focus more on my own.
Just beware of that Uncle Gary.
Yeah, what?
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
I was in Sydney on the weekend. It was pouring down rain.
Oh,
there all weekend
that's disappointing.
as well. And I travelled light because I had to go to a function on the Saturday night with my boy Sid, and
You look nice. I saw your Instagram.
I had like a full tux.
Yeah.
It was a full tuxedo deal. But when I packed, I didn't have any check-in. It was just carry on, and so I had like my tuxedo, my white shirt, the pants, belt, and my shoes too, my RMs in the they took up most of the backpack. And then I was like, I'm going so light on this trip. Like I wore down just the pair of pants that I wore exactly what I wore to work on Friday because I went straight to the airport.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I just took a pair of shorts.
How many undies?
And a Jimmy Jam shirt.
And just like a t-shirt, and that was just to go to the
And
gym
undies,
the
undies?
hotel had a gym at it, and
He's not answering.
couple of pairs of undies.
Okay, good.
Yeah, couple of pairs of undies. But anyway, travelling really light. I'm walking around on the Saturday in the rain, and I've got those pants on, and I was catching up with a mate for lunch at the Wallara Hotel, and Sid was coming to pick me up.
Yep.
But I went for a walk around just before he was coming to pick me up, and I got
By a car.
no by a bus. A bus came flying along and hit a puddle.
Oh, no.
And it just went all like completely exactly. And there were you bastard. There were people like in front of me.
Imagine the filming of that.
and
Someone had
behind
filmed
me.
it.
It'll be on CCTV.
It'd be a viral one.
Come on, that'd be great.
It was like it just completely got me.
Was
Like
this out the front of the Wallara Hotel?
No. I was waiting to get picked up to go to the Wallara Hotel.
okay.
It was somewhere around wherever I was in the CBD area,
In front of a strip club at the Cross.
But
probably.
I'm just completely
Tiffany
soaked.
Lynn's.
in front of Tiffany Lynn's.
And then I realised, well, I'm not wearing. The only other thing I've got to put on is like my tuxedo pants or like my gym shorts. But my gym shorts are like
Parramatta silkies, aren't they? Still?
they're pretty much like just silkies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not walking into the.
Why not? Lotsie would.
Yeah, no, I thought about it and I went, okay, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I can't wear those shorts.
So you wore your tux pants.
No.
Oh.
I raced down the road to a mire.
Yes.
I went into the mire and I just went flying up the escalators. The men's department, please, level 3, blah, blah, blah. And I just found a pair of shorts that I went, they'll fit. And I got a shirt too. I just went, size 36, thank you. Do you want to try them on? No, I'll just get these and I'll get a shirt as well. Because it was wet as anything too. So I got them, raced up to the room. Sid was already waiting for me. Raced up to the room. I just put my shorts on. I took the tag off at the front, like one of those stupid tags, where you got to feed the tag back through the.
Oh, yes, you've got to unhook them from themselves.
Took that off. Did the same. Actually, the shirt I was able to had just some like poxy little clip on it that I could take that off, put that on, and away we go to the Wallara Hotel. Get to the Wallara Hotel, and I go get the orders for what everyone wants, and I go up to the counter at the bar to order, and there's a group of guys that are 25, 26, and they're going, and I didn't register with me until later. They're going 36, and they're waiting for their meal.
Yeah.
And so I've ordered our chicken burgers and whatever Dave had, and then they've given us the buzzer thing. I've gone back up there, and it was when I went back up there to actually collect the meals. They're going 36, and I'm like, well, 36 must have been delivered now. And I've turned, I can just see they're just pissing themselves laughing. And I still had on the back of my shorts, I had not only like a huge big tag hanging out of the back pockets of the shorts.
Oh, did you have the size of the pants on the tag?
No, I had the big tag out the back of the pants, but then they had this big long sticker.
Yep.
That runs.
Yes, I've done that.
The whole way down the back, and it just goes 36.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
See, Australians are making us proud on a flight to Bali yesterday.
Oh, yeah, what happened there?
I saw a bit of the footage of it. Like, were there any fists thrown, or was just?
There was argy-bargy. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone threw a punch.
Yeah, it looks like one of the mates came in to sort of hold old mate back after he went, the guy who
Yeah.
was in the middle row. Was he in the
Yeah,
middle
so
row?
he's leant over several seats to have a go at this guy.
That's what it looked like.
And what do they call that flight? The Jetstar flight to
The Bogan bus.
the Bogan bus or the Bogan missile or anyway.
Apparently it was over a reclined seat, I'm just reading.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
at mealtime.
Yes, which is interesting because I feel like there needs to be rules established over this because it is quite the grey area. Like I don't even, if I'm on a flight less than 2 hours, I don't recline my seat. Doesn't
No, you
matter how
shouldn't.
tired I am, I don't do it.
You shouldn't.
Oh, Mitch is like, meh.
No, especially if you're flying. Remember that time we were flying back?
I think it's a God-given right, by the way.
So I think, that's where I
What?
stand.
You were with me one night.
I
We were
reclined last
flying.
week.
We were flying back from Sydney, and the guy in front of us put his seat back. A 1 hour flight, and you and I both were going off our nut. Remember, he had a bald head. Nicky had a bald
Yeah.
head, and he had a mole right on the top of his head, and out of the top of that mole was one long hair.
Oh, and you looked at it
And
the
we
whole
sat there the
time.
whole time going, I'm going to pull that thing. I just
But I
wanted
think
to-
we reclined.
I wanted to grab it and just yank it.
Yeah.
But what about on international flights? Now, this is where it can get...
You can go back on an international flight.
Yeah, okay. Because this is where it can get tricky because people are tired. Like, we've got the 14-hour flight to Dubai. And I've had experiences where, I've flown with children a lot. And your kids can just be absolutely feral. And then they finally pass out in a reclined seat. And then the meal arrives. Now, I think that you should be able to leave a seat back on a child if, they've finally fallen asleep when the meal arrives. Now, I was just chatting to Alicia who came and she agrees, disagrees completely. In fact, there was venom in her response going, you can't eat a meal when the seat is reclined. I'm like, you can. It's just you elbowing yourself in the kidneys while you do it. But it's better than the noise that the kid in front is going to make if you wake the little bastard up.
Oh, you're saying, leave them asleep. Or her asleep.
I think you should just leave them sleep.
Well, just for the kids, you'd like to introduce a rule for the kids that if the kid is asleep, that would annoy me. If my seat, if everyone else had their seats up and my seat was down, because Precious Pot in front
needs to get rest before they land in Dubai.
Yes.
Yeah, but what
Go to the indoor ski fields.
I'm so with you, Elise.
Come on.
No, what Precious
the
Pot
way he
has
put it was
been,
better.
What if Precious Pot's been screaming for 8 hours and they've finally finurgened them and they've passed out?
No, so he'd rather put his headphones on and
You'd rather poke the bear
pretend
and-
the kid doesn't exist, which you can do if
Yeah.
you have noise cancelling
exactly.
headphones.
Yeah.
Kid,
Yep.
push it forward.
Yep.
He'd rather have a nice meal and.
Hang on,
headphones.
Ash. How many times have you travelled with your kids? Are you one of those dads who puts the kids in coach with the wife and then you're up the front of the bus?
I've done that a couple of times.
The Ash, Lutzi, and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.